ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Okay, we'll continue reading chapter 15. That is the Bhajana Pranali of Harinam Cintamani by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. With faith that name and Krishna are non-different and avoiding the 10 offenses, the effects of the name will be perceived. By clear chanting and remembering of the name, one will find attraction and joy in the name. Then one will either meditate on a form of Krishna or constantly take darshan of his murti along with one's chanting, delving deeper and deeper into the name. When one has succeeded in realizing the form of Krishna in the name, one will then meditate on Krishna's qualities while chanting. One will meditate on a pastime of Krishna's with the aid of a specific mantra. When all four elements become one will begin to perceive rasa in the name. One will perfect the rasa by meditating on the eightfold pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. Gaining one's spiritual body by the mercy of the Guru, one will enter into the pastimes with the associates of Radharani, and according to the directions of the Sakhis, one will serve Radha and Krishna in ecstasy. This service in the conjugal mode is the most brilliant thing in the spiritual world and is obtainable by the jiva by the practice of bhakti. There are even higher stages than this, but it is not possible to describe them by mere words. These things will be revealed by the mercy of Krishna. The specific process is now described. To receive a spiritual body in conjugal rasa, one must culture 11 specific items in one's identity, one's relationship, age, name, bodily color, membership in a particular group, dress order, residence, highest expectation in service, and the protecting gopi under whom one serves. Okay, these items are perfected through 5 stages. First, one will approach a guru who has realized Krishna's eternal pastimes and the 11 items in eternal service. Upon hearing the eightfold pastimes of Radha and Krishna, one inquires how to realize that state. The Guru then describes the 11 items by which one can enter the pastimes. This is called Shravana Dasa. The Guru will then choose the particular The Guru will then choose the particular spiritual identity of the disciple according to the tendency and attraction of the disciple. If the disciple does not have a natural taste in one bhava, he can request another from the Guru. When finally one's spiritual identity fits, he vows to the Guru never to give it up. This is called Paranadasa, the accepting stage. The disciple will then practice remembering his given identity in his heart. The Smaranadasa stage of remembering is divided into 5 levels. First, one tries to remember the eightfold pastimes, but the mind wanders. This is smarana. When one's practice becomes steady, it is called dharana. When one can meditate on all aspects of the desired object, it is called dhyana. When this dhyana becomes continual, it is called anusmriti. When this becomes perfect, it is called samadhi. If the stages are followed progressively in smarana, one will quickly come to the stage of apana position. where the 11 items are realized as one's constitutional state. However, if one is busy making an exterior show but does not cultivate fixing one's identity within, he cannot perfect the stage. But fixing one's identity is natural, since the jiva has simply forgotten his perfect stage when entering the material realm and body, desiring his own pleasure, and proportionately as one increase his practice of remembering his natural state, material designation and identification will decrease. One can reach Apanadasa either from Raganuga sadhana, where scriptural rules are minimal, or through Vaidhi sadhana, where relying on suitable rules from scripture is predominant. If one progresses through the stages of faith, practice, purification, steadiness, test, and attachment in either Vaidhi or Raganuga sadhana, one then comes to the stage of bhava, preliminarily preliminary prema. It is at this point that one attains apanadasa. At this stage, beyond the category of sadhana bhakti, when scriptural rules will be discarded as troublesome to one's service, conceptions of Raganuga and Vaidhi will both be discarded. Here, one's identification with the material body will vanish, and identification with one's spiritual body will predominate. In that spiritual body, Surupa Siddhi, one will always see Vrindavan and serve Radha and Krishna. The final stage is called Sampatti Dasa. By Krishna's mercy, suddenly one's material body, mind, intelligence, and false ego will be cast off, and one will appear in a pure spiritual body, serving Radha and Krishna along with their eternal associates. The jiva can achieve this fifth stage in perfecting rasa by taking the name and becoming purified. Therefore, the jiva with faith should take up chanting of the name seriously and constantly in good association. He will take superior Vaishnava association, avoid material association, and reside away from material glare. By the strength of these three items, he will achieve his position of real glory. Haridas said, I am low, mean minded, and absorbed in material enjoyment, always refusing good association. Still, I am begging for causeless mercy to progress to the rasa stage of bhakti. Saying this, Haridas fell unconscious at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya said, listen, Haridas, in the future, people with evil minds will degrade these intimate pastimes, but those who are real devotees will understand the supreme teaching that you have given. Taking shelter of this knowledge and taking shelter of the name, they will chant the name and worship Krishna far away from the materialist. The jiva will attain faith in bhakti through past accumulated sukriti, devotional activity. It is hard for all jivas to obtain bhakti. Lead them on a direct path home. I have come to preach the Yuga Dharma of the holy name. You are helping me accomplish this activity by describing the full truth about the holy name. Whoever attains the full nectar of the touchstone of the holy name, worshipping Krishna in spontaneous emotion, has attained full success and full bliss. A worthless rascal, weeping, I hold that person's feet and beg that he distribute the bliss and let me drink forever just one particle of the nectarian rasa. This is the end of chapter 15. So tomorrow we'll read chapter 16. So what I understood from today's reading is like when we came to this material world because of our rebellious activity, we came to the material world because we tried to enjoy separately from Krishna. That's why we are conditioned now and we have a material body. But Our real identity is we are the eternal servants of Krishna, Divyat Swarupe, Krishna Nitya Dasa, and our like we should always chant the name of Krishna in the we should not we should understand that Krishna and his name are non-different. They're both same. So we have to always like while chant when we understand that, then we can understand Krishna's form, his qualities, and pastimes also. Then we'll gradually progress to different stages, as it is mentioned in this chapter, with the mercy of our spiritual master. And Yes. So, and it is also mentioned that we have to always chant in the association of devotees. We have to stay away from materialistic people. Then only we can gradually progress in bhakti. Yeah, so that's my understanding is from today's reading. Like we have to, that is the Yuga Dharma. It's mentioned that Kali the Yuga Dharma is Harinam Sankirtan because we are not perfect to do any other activities in bhakti except the Harinam Sankirtan. That is the Yuga Dharma, and we have to like spend our time.